Living my life with no regrets. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to All Rise. Drop a voicemail, 804-592-6160. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a lot to talk about today. Might be like a different show today, folks, but we're going to have a good time.
Come and pick me up, meet me at the spot. Up all night, to the sunrise. Pop back cool, get ready for the ride. Gonna feel good. Gonna feel good. Gonna feel.
I just need a reason. I just need to know what's on your
We ain't simply ravishing today, baby. We ain't simply ravishing.
You can call my name, I'll be around.
But we gotta have a good time, right? Oh, we gotta have fun, baby.
Keep you safe and sound.
Oh, the sky is falling, baby. The sky is. Good morning, 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 good morning. Let's bring it on down. Good morning, everybody. How are you doing? Smacky that likey. Hitty that subby. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, I tell you what, today's show is certainly going to be a little bit different. Has everything to do with the current play of our New York Yankees, and I got some messaging out there, you know, for the way that things are being discussed when it comes to the New York Yankees, the way that fans are reacting to the current play of the New York Yankees. And again, I'm never going to be one to tell fans how to fan, but it's funny because you do have a lot of people out there that feel the need to tell fans how to fan. And certain things you're not allowed to say. You can't talk that way. Oh my God, you hate this team. Go root for another club. And all this other nonsense. I want to talk about this because there seems to have been I talk about this every year, but there has been the accountability factor that has disappeared from the New York Yankees. And a lot of their fan base, our fan base, the New York Yankee fan base, has also seemed to forget that the Yankees were once a great, prominent franchise that demanded the best day in and day out. And if you're a fan now and you demand the best day in and day out, you're wrong. You're not a fan. You're not this. You're not that. Unfortunately, this club has desperately, desperately lost its way. And the fan base has lost its way because they just have not won in a long time. And I think that has fallen off on also a lot of these players, that there is an expectation to win, but how real is it? You know what I mean? That's kind of what I feel like when I think about this club and I see the players on this team and some of the guys giggling and laughing when the Yankees are losing in the ninth inning and all that stuff. We see it every year. And it's kind of like, yeah, we're the Yankees. We expect to win. Now, we don't play to win all the time, but, you know. So since 2018, I have had that message that the New York Yankees expect to win, but they do not play to win. And I'm going to continue to talk about that. Now, the Yankees are not off to a bad start, and I want to make sure that is known so nobody, oh my God, Peter's saying it's all doom and gloom. No, 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 no. I am not at all saying it is all doom and gloom for the New York Yankees as we go ahead and pull this up here. The New York Yankees finish the month of April 19-12. I think at the end of the day, if you asked anybody, including myself, and you said, hey, Pete, the Yankees in the first month of the season are going to be 19-12, I think every single one of us would sign up for it. 100% every one of us would sign up for it, especially knowing that Garrett Cole wasn't going to be here, especially knowing that Aaron Judge, well, we didn't know about Aaron Judge, but Aaron Judge would not be good in the first month of the season. Just knowing that Garrett Cole would not be here alone is enough to make you extremely happy that the Yankees are 19-12. But ladies and gentlemen, some of the concerns are still here. And that's what this show is going to be about today. The Yankees, as you can see right here, are now in second place behind the Baltimore Orioles, who started off a little slow, and now they are putting it all together. They have won 2 in a row. They're 7-3 over their last 10. The New York Yankees are 5-5 over the last 10. Also, the Boston Red Sox are 7-3 over the last 10. They've won 3 in a row. The Yankees' run differential right there looks wonderful, right? Plus 39. But let's be honest here. That's been helped a lot by 30 runs in 2 games against the Milwaukee Brewers. So where to begin? Let's begin with some stuff online and why Yankee fans are doing this nowadays. So yesterday on NYYU's Twitter account, I put out a tweet, and it's a stat. It's not even negative. It's not positive, obviously. It's not even negative. It's a stat. It is what it is. I put out a stat that simply reads, the Yankees started 12-3. Since then, they are 7-9. We had people in the comments, and look, I am sorry to put a spotlight on the 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 we get out of hundreds, but sometimes you got to do it because, unfortunately, there is still a large group of our fan base that thinks this way. Oh my God, you guys are panicking. How can you guys be panicking? This is panic. Always so negative. Can anybody explain to me how if you are sitting there and you are saying that the Yankees are 12-3 to start the year, since then they're 7-9, how is that panic? When you are simply presenting a fact. Panic could be what you could be doing with guys like Aaron Judge right now with, wow, it's been a month. It's been a whole month. He looked like he was turning it around. Last 2 games, he's what, 1 for 7 against Baltimore when we really need him? It is what it is, right? So for some reason, there's still a large majority of our fan base who cannot ever simply state what they're seeing because there's always a bigger picture. The other night with Clay Holmes, well, it's the bigger picture. You don't go to him there because, it's the bigger picture. The Yankees have kind of played for the bigger picture since 2018. Can anybody tell me what they've won since 2018? Because, we're playing for the bigger picture. We'll sacrifice wins for the bigger picture. Well, that's also a lie. Because the same anger that we've had in the situation with Clay Holmes, when you have a chance to win a ball game, is the same anger we had in October when the New York Yankees removed their ace from the ball game and went to Lou Trevino. So don't tell me it's April. Don't tell me that as somebody, and I'll just be quite frank with it, the fastest growing New York Yankees media company, the fastest growing New York sport media company, more than likely, I don't know about the other teams out there and who's doing what, but for the Yankees, 100% that is guaranteed. NYU is like a rocket ship. There's a reason for that. It's because the majority of fans still believe that the Yankees should demand excellence. They are also not blinded by the bullshit that the New York Yankees spew at people. So, over the last couple of days, there has been a lot of New York Yankees talk with bad things, and fans and people just don't get it. I put a quote-unquote rant regarding how Aaron Boone said pace was the reason he did not go to Clay Holmes. And he didn't think about it when they asked him. He said, no way. In a game to win, no, he's not available because of pace. Pace management, load management. So I go out there, folks, and I call it out a couple of days later because the Yankees are up by 7 runs, 10 runs. And pace management and load management has now gone out the window because he throws Ian Hamilton, Caleb Ferguson, and Gonzalez in that game. Fans find a way to misinterpret what I said in that rant, which, by the way, is simply contradicting what the manager stated. Oh, Pete, show me the facts. How do you know this? He said it. I didn't say it. Aaron Boone said it. But the Yankees have done this for years now, and fans continue to buy it and eat it. And it upsets me. It upsets me deeply. Because again, I was blessed to live through a dynasty years, and I remember the Yankees under George Steinbrenner. It wasn't always the brightest of times, wasn't always the greatest of times. Unfortunately, some of you lived through the 70s and the 80s, and things were way worse than we could ever imagine under George Steinbrenner. So he didn't always have an amazing reign, but you always knew he wanted to win. You always knew he wouldn't take a lot of the shit that we're seeing today. And I think that is the problem. That is the problem, guys. There was an AB yesterday, and matter of fact, I want to say the New York Yankees were the 3, 4, 5, and 6 hitter. 3, 4, 5, and 6 yesterday. What was it? 0 for 14? I believe they were 0 for 14 yesterday, and what I believe is the biggest series of the season so far for the New York Yankees. Unpop right there, 0 for 14. There's a difference in the Baltimore Orioles and the New York Yankees. It's so funny how this works. So the middle of the Orioles lineup was up, They hit a couple of hard ground balls. The Yankees made excellent defensive plays. They made excellent defensive plays. Great plays, you would say. Got to their feet. Fired the baseball. Safe. Because these guys are young. They're athletic. And they can move. Now, I'm not simply saying that the Orioles just have this way better offense than the Yankees. No. I'm not saying that at all. I'm showing the difference here of what the Yankees are currently dealing with. Rara, I appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much. That is the first super chat of May. Appreciate you, brother.
Thank you for being a friend.
And you guys, you know Pete is typically up and jumping up and down and having a good time, but I feel like this talk needs to happen early in the season as May is here and we are down 2-0 against the Baltimore Orioles, and they have a chance of sweeping us with Corbin Burns on the mound today. They could go up 3-0 pretty quick. So I want to have this conversation. I think it's needed. Who do we have coming up for us? Aaron Judge. I'm not concerned. People yell at me, Pete, how can you not be concerned? I'm mad at Aaron Judge. I'm upset with Aaron Judge. But I don't think Aaron Judge is one of the guys that I could sit there and go, this is going to continue. I think he'll come out of it. He's hitting .297 over his last 7 games, even including his terrible start here against the Baltimore Orioles, who I want to say Aaron Judge is 1 for 7 in this series against Baltimore when, Lord knows, we kind of need Aaron Judge in this series. Stanton, I don't give a poot that he hits a home run every now and then. He is a detriment to this team. He is such a detriment to this team that, again, this is something that the majority of this fan base understands and knows. This guy yesterday swung at a pitch that was so far outside, out of the hand of the pitcher. If I'm the manager of the club, I'm not kidding, I would go to him and say, are you okay? Hey, G, come here real quick. Come here, come over here. Everything all right? You're good up here? You're good up here. Everything's fine? All right, just checking. Because I don't know what the hell you were just doing, but I was just checking. I was just checking with you because I don't know what the hell you were swinging at just now. Eyes are good. Everything's fine. You sure? You have a date tonight? You got some ass waiting for you in the hotel? I don't know. I'm just interested in understanding what are you doing up there? Anthony Rizzo? I don't hate Anthony Rizzo. Everybody knows that. I don't hate him. He needs help in there. He needs somebody else. He can't be the guy. He's not protection for Judge. He could be at his best that he's not protection for Judge. You need somebody else still there. Gleyber Torres? It's weird because Gleyber Torres has hit well in the postseason, but it's like, I don't know, certain pressure, the mind, it gets to him. It's a walk year. He struggled with defense this year. Struggled with the bat this year. I don't know who he is. We need Verdugo back, obviously. Rich Squires with the super chat, my guy. Spot on, Pete. Accountability starts at the top. Hal has shown us in recent years that it's profitability over accountability. And, you know, I'm going to get to that point. We're going to talk about that also. I definitely want to have time to talk about that. Guys, do me a favor. Smacky that likey, hitty the subby. I'm going to get to your voicemails, I promise. That's why I started a few minutes early today, because I know I have a lot to talk about. Replay Up says, George finally put the right baseball people in place and allowed them to do their job. Hal doesn't know how to do that. We can do better than this. Replay Up, I'm happy you said that. You know, there's a lot of people out there that discredit George Steinbrenner, and they simply go, well, it was Gene Michael. It was this guy. It was that guy. You know what I always ask them? I always ask them one question, and they never respond every single time. Every time I ask them this, folks, they never respond. I simply say, who hired them? Who hired them? Rara, who wrote the check. That ends every single debate. Every single debate ends right there. At the end of the day, he put them there. No matter what you want to say, no matter how you want to debate it, how you want to argue it, he put them there. It's that simple. If somebody were to come along and I hire somebody and bring somebody to NYYU and fans believe this person calls a way better game than Pete, we enjoy him more. I end up, being out for a little bit and this guy starts calling games and damn, the numbers are better than they ever been. People may simply go, this guy was there. How? Well, he's better than Pete. He did a better job than Pete. Pete may not admit it. He's done a better job than Pete, but guess what? You may say what you want about Pete, but Pete put him there. It's no difference. He put him there. Whether you disagree with him, want to say this or that, he put him there. I had a couple of questions also about the New York Yankees laughing and having a good time in the ninth inning of yesterday's game. These are humans, folks. Sometimes we tend to forget when millionaire athletes are not perfect. When millionaire athletes, don't do everything right. They're under a microscope all the time. And in New York, it's all the time. I understand that. But again, this is not new. This has been happening since 2018. Did it happen under Joe Girardi? I'm sure it did every now and then. I'm not saying that Joe Girardi was perfect. But Joe Girardi won a World Series. Joe Girardi got the Yankees one win away in 2017 and then was told to take a walk and everything went like this since then. And don't give me the shit that, winning percentage. Let me tell you what you can do with your winning percentage. Here's what you can do with Aaron Boone's winning percentage. You can ball it up. You can be nice. I'll be nice to you, okay? You can grease it up, and then you can shove it right up your fucking ass. That's what I think about Aaron Boone's winning percentage, because if I look around and go, wow, man, 2018, what a fucking winning percentage that is. What a winning percentage that is. It's a great winning percentage. What have they won? What have they won? So now that goes back to the team laughing, having a good time. And I simply look at the fan base. And I'll say this to the fan base. You ready? What have they won? Anthony Rizzo has a chip. It is what it is. But what have they won? They do not have a taste of the glory. They do not know what it tastes like. What have they won? Ugats. That's what the Yankees have won. They've won Ugats. Now, do we expect that these guys are going to be upset in the ninth inning when they're losing? You'd hope they are, and they probably are to a degree. But they haven't won. Is anybody thinking that Aaron Boone has ever said in this tenure, guys, you're having too much fun out there? You guys are having too much fun out there when we're down in the ninth inning against a team like Baltimore, who we're going to be battling against for years to come, because that team ain't going nowhere. Maybe we're having a little too much fun and not as focused, because I just watched Stanton's at bat. I just saw Judge, Stanton, Rizzo, and Glaber go 0 for 14 against Dean Kramer. The fuck are you going to do against Burns? What are you going to do against Verlander? What are you going to do against the better pitchers when it matters even more? Dean Kramer, folks. But as my brother Francis Lee just said, did you see in the dugout? I used it as my thumbnail today. Here he is. You see who did not have fun yesterday? You see who did not have a good time yesterday? One of the only players on the club that has shown up since opening day. He didn't have a good time. He had a good time hitting this guy, though. He had a good time doing that. He also had a nice quote after the game. He showed something that the New York Yankees have not shown in quite some time, folks. That is something that the majority of men have, even though in today's world they may tell you men don't have to have these things. But they do. I live in a reality. It's a thing called balls. And Juan Soto has a set of balls on him. Juan Soto sat there and said, he stared at me when I did my shuffle. That's why I did what I did. I hope he liked that home run too. The Yankees lost the game, by the way. But they had one player having a set of nuts on him who simply said, if you're going to fuck with me, I'm going to fuck with you. It's the mindset that this team needs to have. Juan Soto has been everything that a Yankee fan could want and need. He's been amazing. Unfortunately, it hasn't carried over to the majority of the club. Barely anybody else has really stepped up. Oswaldo Cabrera is coming back down to earth. Not that we've ever expected anything from him, so I still give him an A for this season so far, first month of the year. Alex Verdugo has been very, very good. Unfortunately, however you want to see it, his baby came right before a big series. It is what it is. Shit happens. Not his fault. Not his fault. It's not his fault that the middle of the order was 0 for 14. It's not his fault. It's not his fault one bit. But they were. It's not his fault at all. What else do I got for you guys today? That's all I got. Let's get to your voicemails. Let's take a listen.
Hey, it's me, Nathaniel Bressy. You know me from the comments, but I wanted to point something out. Maybe if we're continuously bad, like this year, so on and so forth, maybe they'll finally they'll make changes with Boone or even Cashman if we're continuously bad, because I feel like if we just make the playoffs this year, we barely get in, it'll be the same old crap, and they'll act like nothing is wrong. And if we miss playoffs, not exactly predicting it will happen, but maybe there's a good chance that if they miss the playoffs again, Hal will finally get off this butt and finally do something. All right, looking forward to hearing what you have to say tomorrow morning. Take care. Bye-bye.
Thank you, man. I appreciate your voicemail. And look, here's another thing I want to throw out there. This is something else I wanted to talk about in that voicemail. Reminded me a little bit of it, but let's get to the super chats we got here. Replay Up says we need a Tony Montana balls sticker. We might have to get that going. Michelino says, at this point right now, Yankees don't deserve Soto. I do want to come with a possible bright point for everybody this morning too. I don't want to sit here and, let this fan base understand that as a fan base, there's a lot of us out there that need to do better. And not everything is little rainbows, folks. And not everything is, it's okay, it's early. Remember what everybody's been saying? But look at their record, Pete. Look at their record. Hey, you guys are complaining. Look at their record. Well, that record is slowly getting closer and closer to 500. What are we going to say then? That we should have done things different then? Because that's what they'll say. Just so everybody's aware, NYYU has been so ahead of the curve that when I originally, back in 2018, end of 2018, early 2019, talked about how soft Aaron Boone was, the sloppy Yankees, the team doesn't look prepared to play, none of that stuff. That was extremely controversial then. Guess what? Today, it's not controversial at all. The majority of the fan base does not want Aaron Boone as the manager. I was on that well before anybody was about how soft he's making the club and this and that. Hell, that's why I love YouTube. The record is there. The majority of anything controversial that has been said here has been proven correct with time. So if the Yankees were to continue to get closer and closer to 500, do you know what the fans will say? Well, if they did this different. Well, if they did that different. Well, if they did this different. Oh, now they should have. But what about the record? What about the record? I thought it was the record because it was April. They're being manhandled right now by the Baltimore Orioles, who are the best team in our division besides the New York Yankees. They need to show up, and they better show up the next two games. Let's keep them going, guys.
Hey, this is Joey from the Bronxy. And I want to thank you for the very kind words you said last time. After my last voicemail, I too am dying to meet you and the whole team. Unfortunately, I'm overseas, have been for quite a while.
Oh, wow, I didn't know
and
that.
I'm not going to be back in time for this upcoming event. If I were there, I'd be in every single event. Hopefully, I'm going to be back in New York around October, so anything after that, I'm all over it. But
cool.
Back to Yankee-related news. Get rid of the middle of the lineup. Just fucking get rid of them all. I've been like a broken record about trying to rush back Jason Dominguez. It's precisely because of this. And I know Spencer Jones, it's premature to talk about him, but I'm pushing and trying to rush him back at least in August or whatever. It's because the middle of the lineup. Stanton and Gleyber Torres, especially Gleyber Torres, and even Rizzo, this is not working. And Aaron Judge, listen, buddy, you know how Simon keeps saying Aaron Judge is a gift from God? I'm going to start saying Karen Judge is a gift from God if you don't fucking step up.
Yeah.
What's the problem here?
Agreed.
Come on. Soto can't carry this team all by himself, so let's go. Anyway, talk to you later. Take it easy.
Appreciate it, Joey. Thank you so much, man. I did not know. I had no idea you were actually overseas, but appreciate you, man. Thank you. And you actually reminded me of my point. Sometimes, guys, I go off and I forget certain things, but he reminded me of my point, and that is the Yankees' middle of the order. And it was actually one of the points that I want to make today that can make fans feel a little more confidence about this team going forward over the next couple of years, even this season. The Yankees have guys that should easily kind of transition into these roles, and fortunately and or unfortunately, they're going to have the Anthony Volpe treatment. Now, the only concern with that is, and I think you guys know the players I'm talking about, the only concern with that is, will the Yankees give these guys the Anthony Volpe treatment? Meaning, if you're in the way, unfortunately for you, these kids are going to play. So, bye-bye. That, my friends, lies the issue. That is the issue. Jason Dominguez is going to start rehabbing. He'll probably be ready in June, mid-June, end of June, maybe even July. I don't know. But I do know he should be starting to get into games in May, starting to do strong, regular baseball activity to play in games in May. Spencer Jones is off to a phenomenal start. His K percentage is down, and he is smacking the baseball. This kid does indeed look like the guy we were seeing in spring training, the guy I got to see up close at the Yankees spring training complex. He is looking like a guy that the Yankees must leave in their lineup because you have to change up the middle of that order. You got to get the slow, running in mud, homer or nothing bullshit off of this club. Because guess what, folks? Every other club is doing it. In case you missed it, every other club is basically saying, we'll just get our young guy up instead. We'll just get our young guy up instead. We'll do that. We'll do that instead. And it's worked. It's worked. But will the New York Yankees get in their own way? Will Stanton's contract force the Yankees to maybe decide who do we keep? Dominguez or Jones? I don't know. I just know the New York Yankees may not be too willing to say we're going to pay for the roster spot instead of paying for the player. Adios, G. It's been fun. But let's be honest here, guys. Stanton off the Yankees deeply helps this club. Every now and then he hits a bomb, big shit. It deeply helps this club to say bye to Stanton. You open up a DH spot for Soto and Judge to move on and off it with, and you got 2 outfield spots potentially opened come 2025. Dominguez and Jones should be given the opportunity. Should they just be handed it? No, they should have to do what Volpe did. Play very well in spring and win it. That's simple. If they don't, play very well in AAA, we'll get you up here. But until then, they are the guys. They are the future. It is that simple. It is that simple. Let's keep the voicemails going.
Hey, Pete. Kyle Malay here. Just got off of work. It's like 6 o'clock in the morning. But guess what I did? I got my 2 tickets. One for me, one for my daughter for NYYU Day. All right. They're all purchased and everything. Well, hopefully the Yankees can win tonight and score more than 2 runs. And hopefully we all have a good day and a good night. And I hope you have a great day. I'll watch your show once I wake up because I got to sleep a little bit. But I'm off tonight and tomorrow night, and then I'll be watching you tonight. I hope you have a great day, Pete. Have a wonderful day. Go Yankees!
Thank you, Kyle. I appreciate that, my guy. And yes, indeed, we will be live tonight for Game Season Live. That matchup, of course, tonight, we will see Corbin Burnes take on the New York Yankees as Luis Gil is on the mound for the Yanks. Gil is 1-1 with a 4.01 ERA. And Corbin Burnes is 3-0 with a 2.55 ERA. And, the Yankees don't think the Yankees have tons of at-bats against him. They don't. Soto is 1-for-1 against Corbin Burnes, but again, not many at-bats. Whoever does have at-bats against them, they have not done nothing. So it is what it is. It is what it is. So what are you going to do? What are you going to do? That's what we're facing right now. And again, last thing the Yankees could afford is to, God forbid, being swept by the Baltimore Orioles early. I noticed some fans out there that simply just go, hey, look, man, it's an early head-to-head matchup. Guys, this is a 4-game set. I think they play them how many times in a year now? 13, 14, 15 times, something like that. It's not what it used to be. It's not 19 or whatever it was. But To lose the series and or to get swept, Yankees have to split at this point. You give all the momentum, all of the mental games to the Baltimore Orioles. That's a team that can sit there and also go, we didn't have Means. We don't have Bradish right now. Jackson Holliday didn't turn out right now to be who we expected him to be out the gate. He struggled a lot. He's back in AAA. All of that stuff's not happening, right? We also don't have our closer who's out for the year, and we just whipped your ass. So when we start getting our pitching back and this and that, what are we going to do? What are you guys going to do to us? It's not the time to lose a series. It's not the time to lose to the Baltimore Orioles, folks. Not at all.
Oh, and one quick reminder. I keep hearing you call our current rivals the Baltimore Orioles. You call them the Orioles. That's not the real name. The real name is the Baltimore Glory Holes. Okay? The Baltimore Glory Holes. I think it's very important to call teams by their proper names. It's the New York Yankees versus the Baltimore Glory Holes. Okay? I just wanted to throw that in there.
You're not wrong.
I'm a stickler when it comes to names, you know. All right. Take it easy. Have a great show.
I mean, nowadays we're supposed to be super proper, right? Maybe I need to be calling them the Baltimore Glory Holes, I guess. I don't know. Oh, it's the one and only Macho King in the house.
Big beat Macho King in the house. Hiya, boom!
Woo!
To the underground.
Let's go.
I turned off the game in disgust last night because I had a flashback to 2023 and didn't drop acid. But maybe I should have watching this team. We're far enough into the season to realize this is a feast or famine offense. And Baboon isn't capable of facing reality because he's a stooge and wussy, which is part wimp and part pussy. And he's both of those things. Yeah! And Emilio has osteoporosis, and I tend to believe that Gleyber Torres might be slow. I don't blame Judge because he's got as much protection in that lineup as Dennis Rodman has at a strip club. Yeah. So we need to call up these kids in the minors, but you can't allow Baboon, Trash Can, and Fish Face the Stat Goon to ruin their swings. Shelly Duncan should be the manager. Send Boone back to the farm he crawled out of, because with him in the dugout, this team's going nowhere. And Juan Soto looks disgusted because Baboon gave him hot chocolate and cupcakes, and he ordered mango con leche golpes. They better not lose this guy because management can't admit when they're wrong by keeping players in this lineup whose best days are behind them, or never had it in the first place. Oh, yeah! Like, yeah!
Yeah, that needs to be clipped. That end part right there needs to be clipped. 100% that needs to be clipped. That will be shared out. I give you my word on that. My goodness. Aaron Boone gave him hot chocolate and a cupcake when Soto ordered, mango. Unbelievable. Let me tell you something. There's not many people like my guy. There's not many people like the one, the only Macho King that can deliver that, but that needs to be clipped. And look, if I know the beautiful, lovely, wonderful fiance, guys, it's clipped already. It's already clipped and it's already the rock and roll. Michelino says Yank should hire Macho to hype/shame the team. No doubt about it. And Macho brought up another point that I want to bring up also. This is something that fans say to me a lot, and I don't disagree. And I always say, no. You guys are, trust me, I get that part. I understand that. A lot of times when I talk about changing the manager, people go, Pete, but here's the problem. Change the manager, Cashman is just going to hire a new one. Cashman is just going to hire the same type of guy. And they're not wrong. You're right. So the Yankee season is nowhere near over. The Yankees aren't hair on fire. Oh my God. Nobody's saying that. I just want these problems nipped in the butt as early as possible. But when it comes to that aspect, you're right. If the Yankees don't win a chip this year, I believe Boone and Cashman should be fired. Boone would then have gone, 7 years as the Yankee manager, or entering his whatever it would be, 7 years, I think it is, something like that, as the manager of the Yankees, and we haven't won a thing. 6 years, whatever it is. We haven't won. We haven't appeared in a World Series. I think he's the only Yankee manager to ever do that. Something along those lines, that the first 5 years of being a manager, not taking the Yankees to a World Series. How long do you keep going with it? How long do you keep letting it happen? And how long do you let it be that you don't hold Brian Cashman accountable for it? He hired him. You brought this guy here. I mean, it's like the mafia. It's like the mafia. It is. It's like the mafia. Oh, you said he was the good guy, right? He ended up being a rat. You brought him in. Now you're both gone. It's a good way to live life. I don't mean you got to harm anybody, but it's a good motto. Your judgment was that bad. Your judgment was that terrible. And, we're going to... Time for both of you to go then. How many bad decisions is Cashman allowed? I don't know. And he's delusional. On top of that, he's delusional. Brian Cashman will sit there and tell you, well, Joey Gallo wasn't a bad trade. It didn't work out for us, but it wasn't a bad trade. Why was it not a bad trade, Cash? What happened? A playoff team picked him up, that's why. So you really can't just simply sit there and go, this didn't work.
Hey, Pete, this is Mike Zeta calling in. I'm just going to reiterate something that I asked you guys on Twitter yesterday.
Okay.
So, look, I'm a big Aaron Judge guy. I'm not going to go out there and say that his contract is a dud, the guy's a bum. I love him. He's a huge staple in Yankee history. AL home run leader, carried this team for many, many years.
Correct.
But you've mentioned this on your show multiple times. He's a big Aaron Boone guy.
Yeah.
We've also seen him kind of joking around with Rizzo in the dugout, down a couple runs to our division rival, the Baltimore Orioles. So I don't think it's necessarily fair to compare apples and oranges, but
yeah, we
would never see Jeter doing that, down a couple runs to the Boston Red Sox back in the heyday. So my question is, does this ever, and I'm not saying now is the time, but does there ever come a time where we put this into question? We question why he loves Aaron Boone so much. Question like the seriousness of him in the dugout. Mm-hmm. I know it's April. It's now May. That could change. But does this ever become a cause for concern? I'd love to hear your thoughts. I listen to you guys every day. Love your content. And I got to go. Thanks, brother. Peace.
Thank you so much, man. That is a grade A voicemail, and I think I might have explained it a little bit earlier, but I am more than happy to go ahead and explain it another time because it makes a lot of sense. Here it is. This is exactly what it is right here. The problem with the conversation of the Yankees now and Aaron Judge being the captain, sitting there and basically saying, hey, I'm laughing in the ninth inning, Yankees are down, blah, blah, blah. We've seen this happen a couple of years with the Yankees now with these players. And then we always go back, right? We always go back to, you didn't see Jorge Posada do this. You didn't see Derek Jeter do it. You didn't see Hideki Matsui do it. You didn't see these guys do this type of stuff. That's why we pick up on it now so quickly. So a lot of the younger generation of kids that have not seen the Yankees win, they look at us and go, why are you guys acting that way? Like, these are humans. Like, why would you react that way? One, we all know the younger generation. I love them all, but the majority of the younger generation is very, very different than previous generations. These are very, very soft individuals. Not all of them. A large majority is living in a different world that everything is okay. Everything is fine. Don't you punish your kid. That's not nice. You got parents scared to talk to their own children. But anyway, I digress. Those guys won. Those guys won. They were winners. It's like, again, you're, how do you compare it? It's hard. These guys won. 96, 98, 99, 2000. They went to the chip in 01. They went to the chip in 03. They won the chip in 09. These guys won. They won. They knew what it was like. Every year in their mind, it wasn't this is a toss-up. This is why I get mad at the just get in. Whether it's true or not, you don't fucking say it being the owner of the Yankees. Whether it's true or not, I'm not debating the statement. I'm debating that as the owner of the New York Yankees, you can sit there and say, let's just get in. You have lowered your expectation as a franchise. You have lowered who you are to fit in with everybody else. And that goes back to this. It goes back to this. This is a reason a lot of times I say the Yankees should have the players that have won helping lead this club. For some reason, it seems like Brian Cashman and a lot of that group, for whatever reason, are not the best of friends. Maybe I'm speculating a little bit there, but it feels that way. But how is it that your Paul O'Neills haven't found a job? He's in yes all day. I get it. Maybe he doesn't want it. I don't know. But has he ever been offered? David Cohn wanted the pitching coach job. He's an analytic guy also, but he knows the game. I don't mind analytics. I say it all the time. But you got to know the human aspect of the game. He'll tell you. There is indeed a human aspect of the game. He won with the New York Yankees. These guys need to be around and not in cameo appearances. I don't think Jorge Posada will watch this team play as the manager and walk in the dugout and simply answer questions and go, well, we worked the pitcher today. Besides for the 17 strikeouts, we worked the pitcher well. I think Jorge Posada would say, we didn't play a good game today at all. We should have done way better. Our team knows they're better than this, and this was not a good performance. That simple. And I think he'd have some choice words with the players afterwards. So I don't necessarily hold the Yankee players accountable, because who is holding them accountable? Another guy who never won dick. He had a big home run for the Yankees. Okay. He didn't win shit. What does he know about winning? What does he know about Yankee lore and legacy? He hit one of them. Let me tell you something about Aaron Boone. You want me to tell you something about Aaron Boone? I'm going to tell you something about Aaron Boone. Aaron Boone hit one of the biggest home runs in New York Yankee history. Does anybody care to explain to me what he did in the offseason after that? Does anybody care to explain to me what he did after that? Chat, what did Aaron Boone do after hitting one of the biggest home runs in Yankee history? Basketball. He hurt himself playing a rec game. And he was bye-bye from the Yankees. I don't know, but I feel like that tells you a lot of what you need to know about Aaron Boone.
Yo, what's going on, man? God bless you all. It's Truth always. What's up, Pete? What's up, everybody? What's up, everybody in the chat? It's been a minute. A lot of work, a lot of family stuff, handling, real life. You already know what it is.
Understandable, brother. Understandable.
My bro, let's talk about the Yankees versus Baltimore. Let's stop the games, man. The Yankees need to start stepping up against Baltimore, man. 2 games in a row to lose like this, man. No firepower as far as the offense. The pitching is trying to do its best. It's trying to do its best. Don't get me wrong, it wasn't perfect at all. But, the Yankees need to step up offensively against Baltimore. Because Baltimore is going to be that team. I could see the writing on the wall. It's going to be that team. Forget Houston. Baltimore is going to be that team the Yankees are going to have to face. You know what I mean? And through this stretch, the Yankees going to have to step it up.
Yeah.
Like, at least win series against Baltimore. I mean, obviously, this one is a no-go. But I'm telling you, man, and I'm not, I'm being honest with you. Gleyber Torres, free agent this year, he ain't getting nothing from the Yankees.
No,
you know what I'm saying? He's basura. I don't see anything happening with him. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather sign somebody else. You know what I mean? I don't know who it is, but actually, no, bring up a young guy. That's all I'm saying. But man, God bless you all, man. The family is good. Everyone's good, man. I just want to make sure y'all good. In Jesus' name, amen. Peace.
Amen, my brother. Thank you so much, Truth Always. I appreciate you. And yeah, like you said, look, I mentioned this on the Orioles podcast. My guy, Jai, I was on his podcast. He's in the chat a lot. And I told him, I said, this is going to be the matchup with both clubs for years and years to come. The New York Yankees and the Baltimore Orioles are going to be fighting each other for years and years to come. I don't think there's any denying that, because as much as I'm angry with a lot of what the Yankees have done over years, the one thing I can sit here and say is that they are developing a good young core. They are. You can't deny that. They are developing a good young core of players. The fact of the matter is they have to do what they did with Anthony Volpe with these guys. And they can't let that stop because of Stanton's contract. They can't sit there and go, we're held hostage. You got to pay him. You're not going to trade him. So get that out your mind. You got to pay him. So simply just say, I'll pay for that spot and let you go home. No problem. Have a good day. That's what the Yankees need to do, and I hope they do it.
What's up, Pete? It's your boy Cav Boogie calling in. And, man.
Over here.
I was so close to going off last night, but I don't want y'all to see that side of me, bro. I am extremely disappointed in this team, bro. The craziest part is, right?
Yes, sir.
The pitching hasn't even been the reason that we've been losing games.
Pitching's been
it
awesome.
It hasn't even been the pitching, bro. Everybody, for the most part, has been showing up without Cole being here.
Yep.
And
Big
you
time.
guys can't even put runs up against Kramer, bro.
Yep.
We couldn't even put one run up against Grayson Rodriguez. Like, bro, every single time we face good pitching, and both of those guys weren't even that good, honestly, stuff-wise, so far this series. But every single time we face good to decent pitching, these guys it's like they just don't know how to hit, bro. It doesn't make any sense. They got to get it together. They got to figure it out. Stanton needs to go. Like, if they're not producing, they got to go. And the sad part is we know it's not going to happen because we know how Boone manages. And we know exactly how they operate here at the Yankees. So, once again, it's just going to have to be in spite of the management. And I just hope that they can pull it together, at least get a split, bro. Please. At least a split.
Yep.
Let's go, Yankees, and see if they can turn it around, because right now it's looking like we headed towards another 500 season.
No, you're right about everything you said. One thing I will add in there is that Grayson Rodriguez stuff-wise is absolutely filthy. So I want to give Grayson Rodriguez his flowers because should the Yankees have scored off of him? Yes, 100%. But I do want to give him his flowers in regards of being a stuff guy. Grayson Rodriguez is one of the premier young pitchers in Major League Baseball, and he's only going to get better. This guy could be a legitimate ace coming very, very soon. It could even happen this year where, that second half clicks in or something, and Grayson is right there with a Corbin Burns as being a dominating 1-2 punch. He has that ability is all I'm saying. Dean Kramer, forget about it. The Yankees should have absolutely destroyed Dean Kramer. They had nothing but opportunities to do it. It's that simple. He should have been absolutely destroyed.
Aaron! Yo, where the fuck is Aaron Judge? Hey, how you doing, Joey? Bag of donuts.
Over.
I mean, Aaron looks lost.
Lost, brother,
Again,
lost.
It's like somebody switched him and Giancarlo. He gets hot for a day or two and then right back to his shit. I don't know what's going on with that guy. Everybody wants to say, I've heard oblique. It's not, the guy swinging the bat, he's not, I don't know. Giancarlo Stanton swinging at a goofball. The ball hit Aaron Boone in the forehead. Giancarlo Stanton swung at it. What are we doing?
Disgraceful.
They got no more runs this team. I don't know what's going on. Hopefully we set an example today, against Corbin Burns, but I mean, it's unlikely, but I'm going to go for it. Everybody have a great day.
100%, bro. We all are, right? We're all going to go for it. We're all going to support the Yankees, and we're all going to hope that the Yankees do the right thing. But no, you're 100% spot on, man. Aaron Judge has to step up. It is almost like he's replaced with Stanton. He's going to have a good game. And then he goes 1 for his next 7 against a big team like Baltimore in Camden Yards where he hits. Where he hits the ball, by the way. You got to get him going. Ronnie, my guy with the super chat.
You're simply the best.
Michael K on his show later. Hey, you stupid fans, they're 19-12. Well, that's what Michael K does. And again, that's why Michael K's ratings continue to go down. And it is what it is. So Michael K's Michael K. What are you going to do? But this is what he's talking about. Let's take a look at this from Joey Bag of Donuts yesterday. This is it right here. Guys, come on now. And I had somebody tell me, Pete, look at the movement on that pitch. What? That is a routine slider, folks. That is starting way off the plate. That's not filthy movement. That is a slider that is starting as a ball and continues to be a ball. That is what you call a disgrace. It's a ball at the hand. There is nothing to make a hitter say, I'm going after this, besides he was guessing. That's the only thing and the only excuse I can have there for G is that he guessed, and he guessed big time wrong. That's all I can say.
Good morning, Pete. This is Jean. I have managed to calm down from my upset of the Yankee game last night.
Understandable.
And just trying to gather up optimism and tell myself anything can happen.
Of course.
In terms of them at least winning.
Of course.
A game with Baltimore. I don't know if it'd be tonight or tomorrow night, but it'd be nice if we could win one. And hoping that the guys and the lineup somehow pull it together and work synchronized as a team. I mean, what else can we do, right?
Yep.
And I was just hearing your start off about fans being criticized for putting any criticism out there, observations, and I just want you to know I couldn't agree with you more. I wholeheartedly agree. Anyway, hoping for good things tonight, and I'm about to continue listening to you and converse with the chat. Bye now.
Thank you, Gene. I appreciate that. Thank you. And if you want a little optimism, I could give you a little bit of optimism. I can definitely give you a little bit of optimism. No doubt about it. You ready for this? Yankees pitching has been good. They've been very good without Garrett Cole. They're expecting young guys back, and they're expecting guys back in their bullpen. So by all means, this is not the Yankees are destroyed. The Yankees are done. All we are doing is stating simple points and simple concerns that are legitimate, fair concerns. That's all we're doing here. At the end of the day, I still have high expectations for the New York Yankees this year. Do I think they could win the World Series? I hope. I'm not confident. I hope they can. I hope they do. I hope I say at the end of the year, I was wrong. The Yankees won with Aaron Boone. Wow, great. That's what I hope happens. But if you want any type of optimism, that is the optimism I can give you. They should get better still. They got a lot of guys coming back into the bullpen. Garrett Cole should be back. He knows his body well. I don't think he's going to need surgery. And of course, you're expecting, that lineup to get better. With guys like Dominguez coming up. Who knows? Maybe Spencer Jones forces his way somehow. There's an injury and he appears. I don't know. But I do think there's a legitimate chance this team can indeed get better.
Yeah. What up, Simonetti? The one and only friendly neighborhood DJ Stelio with the book calling in again. How you doing, man?
How you doing?
Man. This first month of the season has taught me a lot of things. I don't know about you guys. Maybe you guys talked about it already. Maybe I'm being ignorant. I'm sorry. But the Yankees, Juan Soto, as always, Juan Soto is balling, man. We got to give him his flowers. He's 100%. A freaking beast.
100%.
But other than Soto, man, Cabrera, Volpe, even though he's struggling now, but like the first 2 weeks of the season, he was balling too. Everybody else has been slacking off. And yeah, yesterday, the fact that they were smiling and like they looked like they were having fun.
Yeah.
That kind of pissed me off because you guys haven't won dick.
Rightfully so.
And for you guys to fucking be laughing like that, you're playing against Baltimore, who's going to be a freaking thorn on our sides for the next 5-8 years to come?
Yep.
It's ridiculous, man. We need Pete Dombrowski to be the GM. Fuck LI. We need Pete Dombrowski. And another thing that's kind of pissing me off is Aaron Judge signed $40 million a year, right, to be a captain of this team.
Yes.
He's not being a captain. He's joining in on all this laughing and bullshit, like when they're down against a division rival. Like, that doesn't make any sense, man. But, I want to hear your thoughts, man. Before I go, man, let me hit you with a little jokey joke.
Okay.
Time flies like an arrow. Fruit flies like a banana. Peace.
Get it, guys? Fruit flies. Fruit flies like a banana. Oh, he's got a book. Put it in the chat, damn it. He got a book. I made the sticker for you guys to use them, baby.
What's up, Pete? This is Ernie.
Yo, Ernie.
Long-time listener, first-time caller. You're amazing. Listen to you as much as I can. I am busy. Don't really watch games much because I live in Tennessee. Of course, I can't get Yes Network out here. But yeah, these Yankees make me disappointed, man. Makes me upset. Get very emotional. So I hope something's got to give.
Yeah.
Something's really got to give with this team because I can't see them go down the hill like for the past years. That's what they've been doing. So I want to throw something at you really quick.
Please.
If the pitchers and the catchers have a way to communicate with pitches, why can't the umpires do the same thing with the strike zone and the ball? Let me know your take on that. Thanks, bro. Love you, man. God bless.
I mean, yeah, I get what you're saying, right? Is basically, can they sit there and get the call and say, hey, it's a strike and this and that? I guess that will kind of also take away their job. I mean, I understand there is plays on the field, and when it does come to the automatic strike zone, I don't think you want to fully take away the human element of the game. I think umpires should have jobs. I just think their jobs need to be better, or they need to have scorecards or open grades, something along the lines that show you who is the best and who is the worst. And can this person get better? What is it that you're missing? Calling pitches too low. Okay, I got to adjust a little bit. It's called accountability. And I do believe next year you're probably going to get the head tap per at bat where it pops up on the screen and voila, it's a ball or a strike and you're going to see it. And it makes the game a whole lot easier. and it basically kind of gets it done. I think that's something that is going to happen. That's going to hold them a little bit accountable. But with every pitch and all that, it would kind of take away what they do. But no doubt about it, next year is going to make a difference with that. I think it's going to help. I think it's going to help a lot, actually.
Hey, how you doing, Pete and Sam? This is going to be short and sweet. I just seen a stat. The Yankees lead Major League Baseball with 36. We've gone into 36 double plays. How could we change something like that? Because this isn't acceptable at this point.
Yeah, I can answer that for you really easily. Youth. I can answer that for you really easily. Youth. Anthony Rizzo was a lot faster when he first came up to the majors. He didn't have the wear and tear in his body. He wasn't 33, 34 years old. Stanton was a lot faster when he first came up. He didn't have the wear and tear in his body. He was a lot faster. Were they ever burners? Nah, but they were faster. That answers the question. The Yankees walk. If there's a guy on first base, if you look at the Yankees lineup, there's a guy on first base for Soto. He's not a burner. He hits the ball on the ground. It could be a double play. If there's a guy on first base for Judge, he hits the ball on the ground. It's going to be a double play. If there's a guy on base for Stan, he hits the ball on the ground. It's a double play. If there's a guy on base for LeMahieu, double play. If there's a guy on base for Trevino, double play. If there's a guy on base for Rizzo, a double play. If there's a guy on base for Glaber, a double play. Understand what I'm saying? You look up and down Baltimore's lineup yesterday. Gunnar Henderson, no. Adley Rutschman, no. And he's a catcher, but he's young. And he can still move a bit. No. Santander, yeah. Gunnar Henderson, I already said no. Colton Cowser, no. Jordan Westberg, probably not. It's going to have to be a hard ground ball. There's a difference. Youth, athleticism. But the Yankees have that chance. Again, as I've been repeating, if you want me to leave you guys with optimism for the next multiple years, the youth is on the way, and it's very different than previous years. These guys are for real. Spencer Jones, Jason Dominguez, Augustine Ramirez, Roderick Arias. We know all these guys. We know all these guys. Right? We know all these guys. This is what we need. And that'll fix all of those problems. That'll fix every single one of them. That makes them a whole better club. Well, with that being said, guys, I'm happy that you hung out with me today. I am not going to say sorry, but this was a different episode. This was a little more serious of an episode today because I think this conversation needed to be had. That the Yankees have a good record. No doubt about it. Could it be better? Yes. But there's a lot of people that are just being blinded by the Yankees record, and they're just being blinded by the bullshit narrative that the New York Yankees have laid out for years and years and years now with ugats to show for it. So with that being said, guys, this is, of course, All Rise. I hope you had your cup of coffee. I hope you enjoyed listening. Thank you for calling in. Thank you for all the support. I will see you guys later for Game Season Live. 6:30 start time. Peace, guys.
Top 10 radar, yeah, we on your radar. Never miss, dog, and that's on occasion. Yeah, we on your radar.
Look, top floor, lifestyle, chef and boy, I'm cooking up. Way too high, ain't coming down, you see me if you looking up. I don't really talk too much, so I'm running numbers up. Lucky that I'm strolling up, I'm going off, they know what's up. Wrist too silly, yeah, numbers crack the billy, yeah, don't need no dilly. I'm too fresh, I feel like really, yeah. Feel the duffels up, the sign, I need a million. I'm about to take off, and I know that I'm on they radar.
Top